how are you? I hope that you're doing great, and if not, if you're not happy after this, you got a problem, okay? Sorry to tell you. Okay, let's take this out of the way because I just wanted to show you that I have a good at cosplaying. Okay, so now that this is out of the way and I added my tail, yes, because I forgot to edit on my intro. A few weeks ago I asked you on my Instagram stories what topics you would like to see being discussed. English. So yeah, a few weeks ago I asked you on my Insta stories which topics related to cosplay you would like to see on videos, and I'm here to make one of them. And today's video is cosplay tips for those that don't know how to sew. I had a lot of requests for cosplay tips, and I have a lot more tips to give you, but today I will give you just 6 tips on how to make cosplays if you don't know how to sew. So if you're interested, I ask you to stay a bit more. So for my first tip is search for people that do commissions. If you have the money to pay commissions to someone and if you like their job, go for it. It is a great way of having an amazing cosplay, quality cosplay, handmade, and yeah, it has a little bit more of love to it because it is made just for you, it's not in a big scale, and usually you can search for commissions in your own country, so the shipping costs will be much more lower, and you can actually try the cosplay on and off and see what needs adjustments and what doesn't. Tip number 2 is search for friends and family that know how to sew cosplays or build armor, whatever you're looking for, or styling wigs, so whatever you want, search for people that know how to do it and ask them for tips. I am sure that you have at least one friend that know how to make what you need. This might be sewing, this might be styling wigs, this might be creating an armor, painting, whatever. So if you have a friend, don't be afraid of asking them for tips or help, because they are there because they want. They are there to help you, and I can assure that they will be really happy to have recognition actually. So yeah, ask them for tips. You can join with them in an afternoon, night, whatever, and just build your cosplay with them around you, and they will teach you their ways. You will learn, so you can improve every time that you make a new cosplay, and you are going to start to be independent on making them. So this is a great tip. Just learn with others, and it is actually much better to do a cosplay with a physical person. So I know that we are on COVID and stuff, but ask them to go to their house, or for them to go to your house, and try to build it together, because it's much easier to learn this way than just going on tutorials on the internet. I can assure you that. My third tip is choose a character that is easy to make. And by this I mean, for example, a schoolgirl. These cosplays are super easy because you can find little pieces in physical stores around you, and honestly in very good prices. So try to start with easy cosplays, try to make the details yourself, but yeah, choose easy looks and you'll be okay. Okay, so are you enjoying so far? I hope you do. We still have 3 left, but before we move on, I want to ask you to like and subscribe to my channel if you're enjoying the tips, because I plan on making much more videos and I really want to help you all, so that would be amazing. Fourth tip, and related to the third one, is do the details yourself. You can choose an easy cosplay that only needs you can choose an easy cosplay that only needs, like, for example, painting a line or a flower, or adding a flower accessory on your hair, and this is really easy to make by yourself. You have a lot of tutorials on the internet, and it's just a detail, so it's not going to be really hard, and people will recognize it, either you actually add it or not. So the details, try to make them yourself. And yes, paint for clothes exists. I found it on dollar stores, so I'm sure that you can find them too in your country. And the 5th cosplay, it's really simple and probably cheap, which is buy second-hand shop. And by this I mean search for cosplayers in your community. I always recommend in your country, because once again the shipping is going to be lower, and you don't have to pay fees, and is going to be much more faster than order it from China or USA or Germany or whatever. So yeah, try to buy secondhand in your own country. I'm sure that you won't find every single cosplay that you want to make secondhand, but I can guarantee you that you will find someone that is selling at least one of the cosplays that you want to make. It is probably going to be really cheap. I mostly guarantee that people take really good care of their cosplays, so you're probably going to get a really good cosplay, secondhand and cheap. And now for the latest tip, which is number 6, is ask your friends. I know that, once again, cosplayers have a lot of love for their own projects, for their own cosplays, and it's not very normal to borrow cosplays. But this happens, okay? And if you have a really good friend that had cosplayed a character that you really like, they're going to borrow it to you. Usually what people are scared of with borrowing costumes, it's because in cons everything happens. People sweat, people go against things, props break, and this is very important for cosplayers and they don't want their costumes ruined. So these are some of the fears that we might have by borrowing our cosplays. But if you're like me, for example, that takes pics to post on the internet, I take really good care of my cosplays at home. I don't think that I ever broke any, that I ever had to correct something because I somehow ruined it. So ask your close friends. I'm not telling you to ask a stranger. No, they probably won't borrow you a cosplay. But if your friends know you, I mean, if something goes wrong, they will understand and you will figure out something together, which, hey, will probably not happen, everything will be okay. But yeah, this is my my tip number 6, which is ask your friends for cosplay. This won't cost you a thing. Usually wigs are kind of expensive, so if you know a friend that has a purple wig or a pink wig, just use it. You don't need to have a wig for every single one of your cosplays. That's going to be really expensive and you're going to end up with a giant collection of wigs that you're going to use like twice in a lifetime. So yeah. Okay, having all this said, here are my 6 tips on how to make a cosplay without knowing how to sew. As I said, I have much more cosplay tips to give you, but since this was a very frontal question, it was really specific about sewing, I decided to make this one first, and I will try to make a series of cosplay tips because I have really a lot of them to give you. Some of them I did myself, some of them I did not, but I know people that did and it worked. So yeah, I think that we will stay here. Once again, if you like the video, please like it and subscribe to my channel because I'm trying something new. I'm trying to see if this YouTube thing is going to work. So yeah. Thank you for watching and kisses!